Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Becca, and if you're not, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about how to have a healthy and productive morning routine. It's the start of a new month. It's October. Q4 has started if you're someone who likes to set quarterly goals, and I just feel like it's a very good time of year to revisit how to have a healthy routine and also just how to have a productive routine that helps our mindset and help us get on top of the day. So that's what we're going to be discussing today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video, and let's go ahead and get right into it. The first thing that I want to talk about is why it's important to have a morning routine and why does it matter, like what's the importance behind it. I feel like having a good morning routine is the best way to start the day off on a healthy and productive front, and it can really help set the tone for the day. So having that morning routine that doesn't change or rarely changes, or something that you know that you do every morning when you wake up, allows you to gain control of your own day and help set that morning to be how you want it to be. I feel like it's a really good way as well to balance stress. It's a good way to give yourself time in the morning as well. Like sometimes I feel like I wake up and I go straight to work and I never really got time for myself, and so having a healthy morning routine allows me to spend time for myself, and then I can go about my day. But again, it really helps just set that tone for the day, and it's something that's within my control. I feel like having a healthy morning routine is a good way to take control of the day before anything else arises. So the first thing that can be helpful for a healthy morning routine is waking up early. Now I don't mean waking up at 4 a.m. or at 5 a.m. if that's not you, but waking yourself up maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes earlier than you typically would to allow yourself a little bit additional time in the morning to spend with yourself. So for example, if you typically wake up at 7:30, maybe waking up at 7, or if you typically wake up at 9 a.m., trying to wake up around 8:30 to allow yourself those 30 additional minutes in the morning. If you're in control of the time that you are able to wake up in the morning, trying to give yourself an extra 30 minutes in the morning so that you can wake up slowly. I feel like this is really game changer. Whether those 30 minutes are to allow you to sit outside and get some fresh air, or go for a 30-minute walk, or whatever you decide to use those 30 minutes for, this just gives you additional time to have that quiet, slow morning rather than waking up at the last minute when you have to get up, when you're about to be late, when you have to be out the door in 10, 15, 20 minutes. Just giving yourself that time to be able to wake up slowly can be game changer and a lot more healthier for your mind and the way that your day goes and just the tone of that day. One of the things that I like to do to help me wake up earlier is I have a lot of natural sunlight in my apartment, so usually that will wake me up very naturally whenever the sun rises in the morning. I've also seen like sunrise alarm clocks. I've seen people use multiple alarms, one being like the 30-minute alarm, another alarm being like 45-minute alarm, or just setting like small alarms in the morning to guide you on when you should be getting up. And then the last thing that might help you wake up a little bit more peacefully is changing the tone of your alarm. So I know a lot of the Apple default alarms are very loud, very triggering. They make me feel anxious right away when I wake up. But since I've changed the tune of my alarms to something a little bit more soothing, it allows me to wake up a bit more peacefully. Now, if you are someone who has a hard time waking up and you are a deep sleeper, then maybe a soft, soothe tune is not the best thing for you. But for me, I feel like that definitely helps, and it helps me wake up a lot more peacefully in the morning. The next thing that's really healthy for a morning routine is hydration. I'm sure this is one that you have heard all the time. Making sure that you replenish your body with drinking water right away in the morning is really important. Not only does it give you energy, but it rehydrates your body after sleeping how many hours of night that you slept. This is an area that I always need to work on as well. There's some people who are really good at that, but for me, that's a challenge. And so waking up and getting proper hydration is really important, but not starting the day with caffeine right away, but drinking that water first and then having your morning coffee might be really helpful in having yourself a healthy morning routine. I like to drink something hot in the morning, so I typically will wake up and make my coffee and drink that, but I feel like that will just spike your sugar levels right away in the morning. Also can make you more jittery, more anxious in the morning. Making sure to stay hydrated and drinking water before you do anything else, before you have that cup of coffee, or having them at least at the same time, can be really healthy for your morning. One of the ways to help you do that might be placing a water carafe or a water bottle or something on your nightstand so that when you wake up in the morning, it's the first thing that you see and allows you to have that reminder of like, okay, let me drink my water right now. Trying to take a few sips of water before you even put your feet on the ground to get up in the morning. Now let's talk about mindfulness. I feel like we've talked a lot about mindfulness in my other videos, but mindfulness essentially is spending that time with yourself and being in tune with your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And whether you're doing this for 5 minutes in the morning morning, 10 minutes in the morning, that's one thing, but allowing yourself that time to just center yourself and kind of just set an intention for the day can be very healthy for your morning routine. So mindfulness can look like a lot of different things. It could look like using a small 5-minute journal like the one that I use. Mindfulness could look like using one of those mindfulness apps. So there's an app, Headspace, that's really good. There's also the Calm app that's really good for mindfulness, whether it's journaling, doing your daily devotion, whatever it is for you that allows you to center yourself and get in tune with your body is a great way. And again, this could be 5 minutes, this could be 10 minutes, whatever length of time, but giving yourself that time to spend with yourself is so healthy to do in the morning. The next thing that I highly recommend for a healthy morning routine is some sort of physical activity. Now, if you're not the type to wake up and go do a hard lift in the morning, that's completely fine, because you can still reap the benefits of physical activity in the morning from going for a slow walk, doing a full body stretch, doing a quick yoga session, or moving your body in any sort of way. Any sort of exercise or physical activity is going to be really, really good for your body. Not only is this going to boost your mood, boost your mental health, boost your energy for the day, and it's just a great way to allow yourself to wake up a little bit more in the morning and give yourself a little pep in your step. And it's something that's been really helpful for me. I have a gym in my apartment, so it's a really easy way for me to just wake up, go downstairs, get a quick workout or get some quick movement in. But if I don't have the energy to do that, then waking up and doing a full body stretch or waking up and going for a quick walk, I feel like those are things that really help me get some energy, especially when I'm feeling low energy in the mornings. So the next thing that's very healthy and obvious for a good morning routine is having a healthy breakfast. Again, this is very healthy for multiple reasons. One, allowing your body to have the fuel and energy that it needs to go about your day, but also for the mental benefits. If you're not the type that's hungry right away in the morning, just like me, I always opt for things that are a little bit easier to take down in the morning if you're not ready for a full breakfast, whether that's a slice of toast, whether that's a yogurt drink, whether that's a fruit smoothie, something that is nourishing for your body to allow your body to have that fuel and to allow your mind to have that fuel as well. Again, as little or as much as you eat is another thing, but just allowing your body to have an opportunity to gain fuel from food is really important in the morning. I feel like those are some really helpful tips when it comes to trying to start to build a healthy morning routine. And one thing to remember too is that our mornings can be personalized, or our routines can be flexible. There might be some mornings where you're just not able to do it. There may be other mornings where it just doesn't fit, but for the majority of the time, it's good to have some sort of routine or some sort of familiarity with the way that you like to go about your mornings. It's okay to tailor it to your needs too. Just because one thing works for one person doesn't mean it's gonna work for the next person. And just because somebody says I do X, Y, and Z in the mornings doesn't mean you have to also do X, Y, and Z in the mornings. It's really about finding what works for you and then utilizing that thing or incorporating it into your morning so that you can have a healthy morning routine. I also want to mention too that it can be really difficult to start to build a morning routine. If you don't already have one, or you're just looking to change yours or shift yours, it's okay for it not to be exactly what you want it to be right away. Don't expect to wake up tomorrow and have it be super easy to wake up 30 minutes earlier. Don't expect to wake up tomorrow, eat a good breakfast, go for a walk, read, like do all of those things all at one time. It definitely can take time, but some of the things that can help is one, having an accountability partner. So someone that you can share your goals with, or someone that you can share your ideas with for how you want to go about your morning, or where you can seek some motivation or inspiration from. Another reminder or tip that is really helpful is just making gradual changes. So if your goal is to wake up 30 minutes earlier, maybe you start off by just trying to set your alarm 10 minutes earlier one morning, and then maybe the next morning you try to set your alarm 20 minutes earlier, and then eventually you start to set it 30 minutes earlier than you normally would. So just making those gradual changes and allowing yourself that time to work up to your goal rather than expecting it to happen overnight is another thing to remember when you're trying to build a healthy morning routine. And then my last tip to help you try and build your healthy morning routine is to set some reminders. Whether you use the reminders app on your phone, or you use little sticky notes, or you use a Fitbit or Apple Watch or something that gives you reminders, this could be a good way to just slowly remind yourself. So for example, you can set a reminder on your Apple Watch or on your phone, and you can set it to 8 a.m. and you can have it remind you to drink a glass of water, or you can have it remind you to get up and start moving, or you can use different things like that to help you reach your goal of having a healthier morning routine. These are just different ways and different gentle nudges to help you stay on track or to get back on track, and I find that these can be very helpful. Okay, so to wrap things up, just remember that having a healthy morning routine can quite literally change the course of your day. It can help set the tone of the day. It can help give you more mental and physical energy, and it's a great way to challenge yourself and a great way to take control of your mornings. We're gonna be on this journey together of figuring out what our morning routine is, what works for us, what doesn't work for us, and adapting it so that it can be the most beneficial and productive for us. If you found this video helpful, please feel free to to like, comment, and subscribe. I talk about all things mental wellness, fitness, and lifestyle on this channel. I love to read comments and interact with you guys, so please feel free to leave me one down below. Let me know what your morning routine is, what works for you, what is it that you do? I want to know. Tell me all the things. But that's all I have for you in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one.